like to share a personal story. 2 years ago, on the 12th of March, my only daughter, Nadia, woke up in the morning, unable to feel the entire right side of her body. We rushed to the emergency room. The doctors conducted the tests, and a neurosurgeon was called for. The CT scans and the MRIs showed that Nadia had suffered a severe brain hemorrhage as a result of a bleed from a large cavernoma. This was bleeding into the brainstem. The doctors seemed powerless to do anything. They told us they didn't have the expertise here, neither the experience. They said, "Your daughter's going to die." Now for me, that was just not an option. So they admitted her to the ward, and I sat, almost powerless, but still optimistic, next to her bed. I didn't know what to do. Her condition deteriorated day by day. She was slipping away. I said to my husband, "Let's put the CT scans and the MRIs on the web. Let's send them to all the top neurosurgeons in the world. Let's see what comes back." And we did this. And then we waited. One day, while working on my laptop sitting next to Nadia's bedside, I received a link to a website called TED.com. And I happened into a talk by a young woman by the name of Jill Bolte Taylor. She had suffered a massive stroke, and there she was on the stage, telling everyone how she'd recovered. This gave me hope. Little by little, the replies from all the outreach on the internet came back. It seemed there was a man, a very brilliant surgeon in Phoenix, Arizona, who did have the expertise, who did have the experience, and who could save Nadia's life. Now, Nadia was 34 years old then, with 4 small children. Her baby was still breastfeeding. And I wasn't about to give up on my daughter. That, for me, was not an option. So we tried to make contact with this surgeon. Now, there's a very famous rabbi in Bnei Brak. His name is Rabbi Furrer. And he made the connection for us with this brilliant surgeon in Phoenix. We flew there with 2 doctors, monitors, and a lot of hope and optimism. When we arrived there, Nadia's condition was so poor, her pulse had fallen to 27, and the doctor said there was very little chance she could survive the surgery. For me, that wasn't an option. And I begged the surgeon and prayed that he would operate on her as if she was going to live. Well, we waited. And then the phone rang. It was the surgeon himself. He wanted to give us the news. He said, "Well, the surgery's over, and it couldn't have gone better. She's made it, but it's going to take 8 years at least for her to walk again and to regain the feeling in the right side." For me, 8 years wasn't an option. 2 weeks later, we flew back home, and Nadia began the long process of rehabilitation with determination and courage and strength and surrounded by love. A few months later, Nadia could walk. Today, just 2 years later, Nadia can run. And I have my daughter. You see, that was really ever the only option. Thank you.